Do you find yourself thinking about negative events more than positive ones? Or if I ask you to recall a time where you received an insult and a compliment, which one can you recall more vividly? And do you want to start thinking more positively but don't know where to start? So in this video, I'll be sharing 5 habits that you can start right now to train your mind to focus more on the positive and to shift towards a more optimistic outlook on life. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Isabel, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for returning, and let's get on with the video. So the first thing to do is to check yourself regularly for any unresolved issues in your life. The negative mindset that you're struggling with could be because of the unresolved issues that you have in your life. So it could be things like a lack of forgiveness, or the bad habits that you need to break, or just some past baggage that you can't seem to let go of. And this is the most important step, because not taking action on things that we know are making us unhappy will always keep us in this negative state. And nothing that you do on the external will matter if you don't fix what is on the internal. So no amount of long walks or less screen time or more positive friends will help if we don't resolve the unresolved things in our life. And a positive mind comes from a person that resolves the unresolved things in their life. And it doesn't mean to say that you have to be free of problems in order to have a positive mind, but my key point here is that, are you facing your problems, or are you running away from them? Are you doing the things that you know should be done in order to get rid of your problems, or the things that are holding you back from having a positive mind? The times in my life where I feel the least positive were the times that I'm actually most unhappy with myself, because I wasn't doing the things that needed to be done in order for my problems to be solved. And because I couldn't face myself and my problems, nothing that I did could get me out of this negative mindset. So check yourself for any unresolved issues in your life and face the issues that you have and work on them for a more positive mind. And in my previous video, I shared a bit on how journaling helped me to understand myself better. So if you're interested in watching that video, I'll leave it down below. So now that we have settled on the internal, let's move on to the external. So the second habit is to regularly do a social media cleanup. So do you find yourself looking at certain accounts and content that make you feel bad about yourself or cause you to have a negative outlook on life? Or are you looking at news outlets that are always talking about what's wrong with the world and nothing right? And this is your sign to unfollow them. So what's the point of looking at things that make you further spiral into negativity? And sometimes it might be even certain accounts or content that is considered good and motivational. Maybe it's a certain lifestyle that this person has, or even their body or how they look like, and it is a good thing to follow people we aspire to be because it creates a form of motivation in us. But if what we are looking at is subtly causing us to feel demoralized and feel so far away from our goals, then there's no point in keeping all these things in our lives. So it's to stop focusing on what others are doing and to put your energy back into living your own life instead. Because whenever I do my social media cleanup and remove the accounts that make me feel bad about myself, or whenever I limit my screen time, I always feel more free and positive thinking, because there's nothing that I can compare to. And it is way more effective to divert your energy into doing what can actually be done instead of sitting in negativity and wondering when we are ever going to reach our goals. And next is to surround yourself with positive people. So there's a saying that goes, we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. So in other words, who we hang out with plays a part in how we see things and how we behave. So if we want a more positive mindset, it starts by hanging out with more positive people. So take a look at the 5 people who are closest to you right now, or the 5 people that you are spending the most time with. So it could be your partner, or your friends, or your co-workers, or your schoolmates. And ask yourself, what kind of people are they? And are they the people that you aspire to be, or the people that have the positive mindset that you aspire to have? Because if you are constantly surrounded by people who have negative outlooks on life and they have unhealthy levels of criticism towards themselves or towards others, then it won't be a surprise if we end up like them. So find people who you aspire to be like and hang out more with them. Next is to make gratitude a non-negotiable. So write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. So it could be the big things like getting your dream job, or it could be as small as catching the bus today. So write it down in a notebook or on your phone, basically anywhere that you can have easy access to refer to it and also to add on to that list. The point is to make it as easy as possible for you to follow through with this habit. And another way of showing gratitude is to go out of your way to show it. The easiest way would be to thank someone personally or just text them. So the powerful thing about gratitude is that it helps shift away our focus on what we don't have to what we already have. Because there are many things in life that will tell us what we are lacking in. We're constantly told that we need this new iPhone, or we need this job, we need this car, or even this new holiday. And it's our responsibility to constantly remind ourselves on what we have and be thankful for it. And another thing about gratitude is that it also builds resilience. So a grateful mindset can help you to cope better with any stress or setbacks that you might face. Because when you're full of gratitude, you still have things to be happy and to be thankful about. So this makes it easier for you to bounce back and avoid being trapped in negativity. And the next thing is the most practical thing of all. We do this every day, we cannot not do it, and that is sleep. So getting enough sleep is the foundation of having a stable mind. So there are even studies that show that people who have insufficient sleep have reduced capacity to deal with the setbacks and stresses in their life. And they are also less able to enjoy the positive experiences in their lives, and those who lack sleep have a higher levels of cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So it's recommended to have at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But I encourage you to find that perfect number for yourself, because some people need more and some people need less. So find out how many hours of sleep that works best for you and stick to it. So have a fixed bedtime each night and create an environment that facilitates good sleep. So maybe it's to stop doom scrolling right before we sleep, or maybe to even invest in good blackout curtains to stop the light from coming in. So not only does having enough sleep help us to cope better in our challenging situations, but having enough sleep also has a great impact on our physical health. So having sufficient sleep helps us to keep our heart healthy, regulate our blood sugar, and to keep our immune system strong. So when we are in good health, the risk of us falling ill will be way lesser, which then reduces the potential stresses in our lives. And when we have less stresses in our lives, this gives us a more positive mind. Having a positive mind is not about denying or invalidating our authentic experiences and emotions, because such denial can actually prevent a person from processing their emotions healthily and authentically. So being positive is the ability to strike a balance where you can remain optimistic while still acknowledging and respecting your full range of emotions. So true positivity isn't about being happy all the time, but it is about responding to our emotions in a healthy and supportive way. And if you're struggling to accept yourself where you're at today, I just want to remind you that you are loved and you are worthy. I would love to hear what all of you are going through and to respond to you guys in the comments. So the fact that you're watching this video to this point tells me that you are going to succeed and you're going to go where you want to go. So I'll see you in the next one.